Hello and welcome to another episode of From Blender to Battle. We have been playing Dungeons & Dragons for a while and we tried out a single session adventure, also called a one-shot, about a month ago. This was perfect for our friends that wanted to try out D&D for the first time. The one-shot was called The Wolves of Welton and was an adventure involving wolves and sheep, without spoiling too much if you want to try it out yourself. So we got inspired by this session and wanted to make some miniatures. There are already a lot of wolf creatures you can buy different places, but I haven't seen a lot of sheeps. So I had fun creating some sheeps and try out some new Blender modifiers. After sculpting the body, I used the modifier Displace. This mod displaces vertices in my mesh, and I can use sliders to change the strength of the displacement to get the woolly effect I want on the sheep's body. Then I made the face by adding a cube and shaped it roughly, then transformed to a smoother mesh. After that I also made the ears and the legs with basic cubes and modeled them to fit with the sheep's body. The sheep is small, so it's not necessary with too many details, but we think eyes and nostrils was a nice touch to add for a complete look. In Flashprint I put on supports and made 3 duplicates for printing 4 sheeps at a time. We adjusted the infill density to 10% for a faster print time. While they were printing, I did some small adjustments to the original. I tilted the head a little bit for some variation, and I also made the thighs a little bit thicker. In total we printed 9 sheeps and 1 small lamb. Here you can see the 3D printing process sped up about 4 times. One sheep took about 25 minutes to print, so we spent about 3 hours printing the sheeps, not including the trial and error prints. Then there was time for cleanup, and let me tell you, there were certainly a few sheeps to clean. So I poured my husband some whiskey and put him to work. The cleanup went pretty smooth, but some sheeps were ripped off their stands, but nothing glue couldn't fix though. We decided to paint all the bases green before we started painting the sheep itself, and this worked out quite nice. We coated the wool with strong colors and mixed the paint with as little water as possible to get thick filling layers. Still, we had to do several layers for the wool, especially with the lighter colors. When the wool was done, it was time for details like face, ears and legs. And let's not forget about the different shades and colors we painted. We have white ones, some grey ones, also some off-white, and of course every family got a black sheep. We painted some of them by dry brushing, which gives a nice highlighting effect. Others we used a wash effect paint that covers the nooks in a darker tone. Then we cleaned up the excessive paint and varnished them before they were finally ready for battle.